Hello and welcome to another video, and hope everyone's having a good Christmas break if you do get a break from work. After I made my video about modern vintage gamer and his entitled nonsense, just so woe is me, I've got too much work on, but I'm done. But that doesn't mean I'm done with YouTube, it means I'm done with one of the two jobs I've got. So that's what he meant. He's just a useless what's it. It's incredibly embarrassing. I mean, since that, I've heard from one guy I know who does an awful lot of caring. I won't go, no names, no patrial, but does an awful lot of caring for other people and has done for a certain individual dear to them. Again, I won't go into details. I've also heard from one guy who works for the NHS. They work all the hours, more hours than there are in a day. And if it wasn't for the NHS, I wouldn't be here. Because as I mentioned before, I nearly died at the age of 12 days old. And I had a load of operations that basically led to me eventually having an operation in 1994 for the aortic valve replacement operation. Well, an operation for not an operation for an operation for a replacement aortic valve. But yeah, so the new one, well, not so new anymore. It made out of metal, carbon and plastic, and it ticks every time because when the blood goes out the heart, it used to leak back into the heart until they've replaced the original valve with this metal, carbon and plastic one. So every time the blood goes through and it clicks back, it makes that clicking sound. And just before I had my operation, the nurses showed me what one of the valves looks like that they'll be putting inside me, and they said, can I have one spare, like an extra one, to take home and show my mates? And she said, no, they cost £50,000. Fair enough. Anyway, so yeah, at least everyone's having a bit of a break anyway, or as many people can as possible. I've been trying to sort of put IKEA furniture together. There's a problem with that. I have a horrible feeling there. Customer service department will be about as much use as Epic Games over there. Screw up with Death Stranding Director's Cut, not Director's Cut, or is it still the Director's Cut? It may not be the Director's Cut. I've absolutely no idea. Talking of stupidity, here we have DJC Game Studios. Amico Forever show going forward. What has he got to say? Let's see. So here's his message. Hey everyone, I hope everyone had a great Christmas and Hanukkah. What does he know about religion? Does he have a religion, or is he one of those people who has instead of Jedi as a religion, Amico is his religion because he talks about nothing else. My God! Oh, that's all his message is. Hey everyone, I hope everyone had a great Christmas and Hanukkah. Oh, that's great. Well, okay. Well, thanks very much for watching. Please like this video. No, there's more to it than that. Excuse me. Read more. Good fucking Lord. Oh, this is You know when you see people tweet and make comments on Facebook, and it's all just a series of words, and punctuation is a complete stranger to them. I guess that would go down as harassing and trolling in his land. Anyway, let's try and sludge through this. This is, in fact, also what was on this morning was the Never-Ending Story. I always enjoy watching that. Complete nonsense, but for anyone who's seen it, I won't spoil it, but and if you're in the UK, it'll be on the iPlayer for about a month. So at least do make sure you watch it because it is a great film. But Atreyu, the young lad, attempts to get across the Swamp of Sadness, I think it's called, and his horse Artax is a little bit unlucky in that respect. You'd never, if that film was being made today, you would never be allowed to have that horse in such a precarious situation. It's like a swimming pool swamp. But I mean they'd do an awful lot more of, an awful lot in CGI. There was a lot of practical effects in that film which are just absolutely amazing. But you would not be allowed to treat a horse like that than they do these days. But anyway, talking of a never-ending story, here's DJC, of course. So, where's that going with Never-Ending Story, anyway? Oh yes, a big sludgy swamp of words, like the swamp of sadness. But yeah, the Amico saga is a bloody never-ending story, even though it should have finished a long time ago. So, but we'll critique this as we go on. So my plans for the Amico Forever show for the new year will be going more focused on family-friendly subject matter and topics. Okay, that's one sentence at a time. I mean, come on. He's several sentences there. At least he put some punctuation in terms of some full stops. But my God, you could put that as a number of paragraphs. There's at least 3 paragraphs in that. But so, comma, my plans does not need to have capital letters on each word. For the Amico Forever, that doesn't need to be capitalized completely. Amico, yet capital F for Freddy on Forever. Show doesn't need the capital there. For the new year, yes, okay. We'll be focused more. No capital F on family. More focused on family-friendly subject matter and topics. We'll be getting more focused, not going more focused. So, come on, my plans for Amico Forever show will be getting more focused on family-friendly subject matter and topics. Family-friendly should be hyphenated as well. I know in the past we have had some fun, had some laughs, had some fun, made some jokes, pushed the limits of our patience. But starting in 2023 with the Amico, no comma, hopefully going into manufacturing. Oh, no, sorry, the Amico hopefully going into manufacturing. Yeah, but there should not be a capital on hopefully. For H for hopefully. Just little h. Hopefully going into manufacturing. What with? What is going into manufacturing? How is it possibly going into manufacturing when all the offices are shut and everyone's been sacked? How is it hopefully going into manufacturing? You are fucking deluded. And the one letter he doesn't put as a capital should always be a capital when it's on its own. I want. But I want never gets, as our teachers used to say. Anyway, I want to bring it back to the roots of what the system is for. Yeah, fucking $18 million scam. So, comma, little s, starting with a new little s show on Wednesday, January the 4th, comma, we will have a new format safe for all people to chat without being bullied or made fun of or harassed. People doesn't have a capital P. So, does that mean, I never said anything wrong, but he just shadow banned me, so I can't chat on his channel or even in his live chat. And he pops. Unlikely that'd be doing so anyway, because 9:30 p.m. his time is 2:30 in the morning UK time. I'll be in the land of Nod. So those being wary of being able to talk actual gaming fun about the Amico system, comma, we invite you to come back and know you'll be among fans of the system, and no one is hyphenated, will be trolling the chats while we talk retro gaming and Amico. So, but what is there to talk about the Amico? And talk about, bullying. What about Nick from Geeks with Cash, flicking the V's at us with both fingers? Not the V's, just flipping the bird. Just with the third finger on each hand. I'm having a producer handle all chat questions and many regulators / mods. Mods as in mods and rockers. That's why it'd be. That's the only reason why it'd be capitalised. Any mods handling any nonsense or cussing, bullying, harassing, trolling, sexual content. I doubt you've seen any sexual content for a long time. And why is there no spaces here? Cussing, comma, space, bullying, comma, space, harassing, comma. You get the idea. Or any slamming of the game system or Intellivision employees. Any slamming of the game system. So you're not allowed to criticise the Amico. But, excuse me, of course, so the next episode is on January the 4th. As I've shown on my video about ordering an Amico, mine's coming on the 3rd, January the 3rd. So I'll have an unboxing ready to go on the 3rd. Yeah, I'm sure you're looking forward to that, because I certainly am. Apparently it's coming out on the 31st of December, which is this Saturday. Brilliant. But yeah, I won't get it until Tuesday. Oh. Anyways, I'm having a producer handle all chat questions, etc., etc. Yeah, he won't any slamming of the game system or Intellivision employees. Well, there aren't any employees. They're all sacked. I know you want Brittany or whatever her name was to come back, but she ain't going to be deflowering you anytime soon, DJC. Because this is for the fans. of the system, and Intellivision. So Intellivision definitely are not a fan of their own system. Intellivision, there are no people from Intellivision talking to you. You claim that you speak to Tommy every other week, but not about the Amico. So what the hell would he be talking to you about? You, Rab, Nick, Cash, Rash, whatever. You all claim he's talking to you, except for that time when Nick broke protocol and said, "No one's talking to us, not anyone." When he just went Full Metal Jacket, that was fucking hilarious. And on Intellivision to talk about so they'll never be on that. Whoever keeps coming on saying they're John Alvarado, that is not him. How thick can you fucking be? Well, we can see from the way you've written all this shit. And Intellivision to talk about the positive things and what they hope to see. Also, we are not the company, so we cannot answer any questions on that behalf. On their behalf, you mean? Even though you sort of basically make it sound like you basically are the company, the way you talk about it, with pretending to have some sort of authority. So such a shill. All we want to do is report the official news that the company provides. Well, they haven't produced shit in a long time. What official news? The last time he showed official news, it was like several months old and stuff that was a lie anyway. And I hope to have some Intellivision people on the panel as soon as we can. On panel as soon as we can. It should be as soon as we can. Anyway, but what Intellivision people should be not capital letter. What on earth would you be having Intellivision staff on the channel for? What do you think they're going to be talking about? Not about the Amico. They've taken your money and fucking run. Thick twat. I know for a lot of trolls that a lot is 2 words. A lot of trolls are even people, comma, or even people that like to poke fun without harassing, comma. This may be bad news. Oh, he has put a comma in there, thankfully. But rest assured, another comma, I will be turning this back into a fan live stream. Similar. Oh, fuck off. That should be live, should be not single letter there. Possibly live stream can be 1 word. Similar. This guy is not educated, is it? Is he? That's why he keeps talking about the fucking thing as if it's coming out. He is just thick as fuck. Similar to the days. The days of the Amico All Access, which the one thing he doesn't capitalise again, the I, which I meant to show. Hang on. Let's just try and decipher this. Similar to the days of the Amico All Access, which I meant this show to piggyback off of. Now, what you mean is similar to the days of the Amico All Access, from which I meant this show to piggyback. There is no such fucking in what in the world of sanity do you mean which I meant this show to piggyback off of? There is no such English, no proper English as off of. It's from which I meant this show to piggyback. Not which I meant this show to piggyback off of. It really does fucking irritate me. I know it's an Americanism, and it's fucking bullshit, and you should fucking break out of that habit, because it's fucking lazy. Fucking wise up and just fucking get an education. And I do dearly miss. Well, no one else misses it apart from you. I'm sorry, I'm still angry about that off-off business. That's just bullshit. Calm. I hope you'll join us. This should be a new paragraph. I hope you'll join us as I will be able to stay engaged in our topics and the conversation without having to pay attention to regulating chat. You've got nothing to say anyway, so you may as well do something. And there should be a full stop there, not a comma. My producer and mods will be strict and not put up with any horseplay or shenanigans. So I welcome families, kids, fans of Intellivision and retro gaming to join us. Join us. One of us. Families, kids. Why do you want kids to join him? How many kids will be watching that in the evening? They'll have a life. Every Wednesday there should not be a capital E on every. Every Wednesday at 9:30 has a 9.30 P.M. Eastern for a clean, safe place to talk Intellivision, Amico, and all retro gaming topics. See you then. Just this guy is an absolute lunatic. Oh, we've got 13 comments. Ooh, let's see what bullshit he's got to say. Well, what they've got to say. Let's just sort by newest, because that's just going to make it easier so they don't all disappear. And we'll go in the reverse order. Devon K. Having just had Christmas dinner with a family of all ages, I quickly saw how the Amico could have been just what we needed. You mean you've not got a Switch? We had 8 family members. Oh god, this is a bloody chore to get through. What the fuck? At least he's used paragraphs, but he should have put spaces in between them. We had 8 family members together of varying ages, and everyone wanted to play a game. We had previously played Trivial Pursuit on a PS3 last year to varying degrees of success. Some had trouble with the controls, so we teamed up to have those comfortable, with controls paired with the less comfortable. Right. So, trouble with controls, we teamed up to have those comfortable with controls paired up with the less. Oh, right, I get it, yeah. So, people good at games paired with those who are shit at games. Okay. This year we tried some Jackbox games on the PS5. What the fuck are Jackbox games? Jack in the Box? I don't know. Again, some had no troubles and others just couldn't get it. No one can get the Amico. Those being the non-techie types. Jackbox allowed us to use our mobile devices. You mean a phone? 2 players didn't have smartphones, so we let them use the iPads we had. No one. If anyone comes to my house, they're not using any sort of tech in my house because unless they wash their hands first. The Jackbox games were very simple for some, but others found it hard to understand or had trouble using the iPad, pressing a button accidentally that dropped the browser. I couldn't help thinking that the Amico could have been perfect for us in this family setting. Quick, simple, and fun games that the whole family could enjoy. We'll just get a couple of Switches. Or go Switch, and I'm sure there must be 8-player games on the Switch, and if you have 2 Switches, you can move stuff between them. A bit of fun competition and some good laughs, it's just what we needed. I think the Cars had a song about a woman being, "You're just what I needed." But when Rick Ocasek was clearly wrong. The woman was not what he needed. What he needed was an Amico. But until the Amico is released, we'll go back to cards and board games. Yeah, you'll just be using cards. Why would you bother spending $400 on the footbath when you could just use a basic pack of cards? You could tell everyone wanted to enjoy some fun on the big screen, relax on the couches in the living room. Well, on Christmas Day, I just tended to fall asleep after eating. I didn't need to play any video games on that day. I will mention we have a Switch as well. Tried it with a group before and still couldn't get the full buy-in. Pardon? Maybe we just didn't find the right game to play. Well, isn't there like 51-in-1 games or something? There's that, and that's got 51 family games you can all play. And it's on one cartridge that costs about 30 quid or something. Whereas all those 51 games, if they ever came out on the Amico, you'd be paying $10 each for. But with the Amico, I feel there'll be many games that the group would enjoy. So here you have a guy who runs a rather large collection with everything from Atari, Intellivision, 3DO, Sega, Dreamcast. Sega Dreamcast is the same thing, basically. It's the same company. NES, SNES, PS1 through to PS5, many more. But I still wish I had the Amico. Well, yeah, Amico is a complimentary console. I have 2 pre-orders, Founders and a white console, that I haven't cancelled despite all the naysayers. I also ordered the full game set. Excuse me. So, I haven't cancelled despite the naysayers. So, I'm one of the naysayers. The people who said that, they stole $18 million. That Tommy groomed people. Tommy groomed you lot. All you idiots. He groomed you all into parting with your money. And we're naysayers. God. It's like a more sophisticated version of Bernie Madoff, isn't it? And you order the full game set that costs like $200 including shipping. It's disappointing that it hasn't come out. Disappointing, yeah. It's like disappointing. It's a bit like saying, it's disappointing that Russia invaded Ukraine. It's disappointing, isn't it? It's disappointing. It's disappointing. Oh, dear, it's disappointing. Yeah. It's disappointing that maybe... disappointing that it was a tad overhyped by Tommy. Just a tad. Just to get you to part with your $18 million. It's disappointing the price has gone up. Disappointing. No, it's not disappointing. It's a real fucking twat. And he was overhyped by a complete twat. Tommy Tallarico. A complete scammer and a shitbag. A massive cunt. I'd kick him in the balls if I could. but he's about 3,000 miles away, so I can't. But he's an absolute piece of shit. And I hope every single person in Intellivision goes down for this. And I hope they go down for a long time. It's probably unlikely. But anyone who scams other people out of money are an absolute piece of fucking shit. And I fucking hate them all. Come. But if not for the numerous YouTubers convincing so many to pull their deposits, maybe this would already be in our hands. They just couldn't leave it alone. Well, why would they when it helped pump up their views? Well, yeah, so it's not the fact that Tommy and the other shitbirds, the absolute fucking thieving cunts, who stole $18 million, thieving cunts. Did I get that across? Thieving cunts. But it's our fault for convincing people to pull their deposits. Yeah. Yeah, but they got that loan from Sudesh Agarwal. For like, was it $800,000 or something? So, and he wants $100 return on every console. But yeah, it's our fault, of course. Anyways, I still hope to one day have this in my home for the family. Well, if you do, they'll all laugh at you and disown you. No matter what some may say about Tommy, what, like he's a fucking cunt, a thieving cunt, his ideas did strike a chord with many. Yeah, of course he did strike a chord with many. He struck a chord with Bernie Madoff, Vladimir Putin, Piers Morgan, let's throw him in because he's just a cunt anyway. Jeremy Clarkson, he's a fucking cunt. And what business shouldn't have someone excited about their product? Yeah, one that wants to scam you of all your money. If not for all the haters, you mean the truth tellers, who knows where things would be today? You'd lose even more money. This guy is so ridiculous. In the end, the haters may have won, and that's just too bad if it turns out to be the case, as they may well have prevented some of us from having something we wanted. You can get all this on the Switch, though. All these games are on the Switch or other consoles, but the Switch does everything you'd ever want from the Amico and a lot more. I mean, the family games are not for me. This is the most family-orientated thing I played recently was that Smurfs Kart, which is just Mario Kart but with Smurfs, which was quite fun. I've got a lot of gameplay on this channel. Go and have a look. But Moody Pops. But in 2021, I played a game where you played don't laugh. The character, the name of the game was Effie, who was the girl who was the granddaughter of the main character in the game. It was a platformer game, sort of 3D platformer. But your character's name, I thought his name was Garland at first. But yeah, don't laugh. His name is Gayland. So Galand, pronounced Gayland. So, you got to go to Gayland, and it's called Effie: Gayland's Edition. Whether the Gayland's Edition was some sort of special edition or just the fact it was now available, or at that point it was in a like a physical edition. I don't know whether it was just digital only before, but it was great fun. I enjoyed playing that. So I recommend that, and I've got a full gameplay of that on this channel as well. But so you can play lots of stuff on the Switch. But let's hope they didn't win and Amico hits production soon, but it will be tough as the haters won't stop. That's just what they do. That's just the way it goes. PJ Smith. Oh, God. This guy gets it. Oh, he's been a member for a month. Sweet and tender hooligan. Oh, hello. Man, if you think the haters brought down the Amico, not Tommy's mismanagement and being mean and nasty to said haters, I don't know what to say. Other than, I hope you have a nice day, and I hope if the Amico comes out, it's all you want it to be. So at least I like that Sweet and Tender Hooligan gets to speak on here, because DJC sure as shit doesn't let me speak on here. PJ Smith, good to know the problem people are going away. Problem people? Well, you mean all of the Intellivision? I agree. People being nasty at me were never welcome in the first place. I just hope we can get back to talking about mustard and food. So yeah, just a reference back to Tommy Tallarico there. I agree, says Legend of Nelda, a link to the Fats. Well, he's in the right channel. I agree, it was a great concept and the haters just had to keep putting it down. Don't worry, it's likely going to be released soon. Next Christmas and probably even Easter, you will have your Amico. Just gotta believe in Tommy's vision. Yeah, Tommy's vision is $18 million in his Cayman Islands account. And he's managed that, thanks to you morons. Let's see what else we got. So go up. Oh, a little bit less verbose. Bears fan Goomer sounds great. Lenny G8845, man, on Christmas my Switch Joy-Cons were drifting all over the place, causing only 3 of 4 being able to play. So only your Joy-Cons, so only one of them was a problem. Yeah, you've used plural there. All I could do was feel the Amico letdown. Well, people talk about Joy-Con. Joy-Con drift. Maybe I've not used my Switch enough. I don't know, but I've used a PS4. I've used all the PS things. But drift seems to be apparently a problem with PS4 and PS5. I've never had a problem with those. And I used both. Well, I used the PS4 a lot at the time. I use the PS5 now, and I've never had a problem. Am I not recognising I've got drift, or do I just have remarkable luck with all that? I have no idea. Legend of Nelda again says, will you have a show on the December 28th? Why bother? What's to talk about? Oh, never is. Sneed. What is Sneed? I keep seeing that mentioned. No. Well, yeah, I mean, people have got to be lazy and break away, haven't they? Jan 4th will be the return. The return of the shit. So, TV Hasselhoff. Awesome news. Will be nice to have the chat back to a place for the fans to talk, not navigating the critics. Yeah, just all blowing smoke up each other's asses. Great news, says RAA. This will be an awesome Christmas gift for all the true Amico fans. All nobody. These are just DJC's alt accounts. ADM 712, looking forward to the show and hopefully an Amico in 2023. Yeah, it's only been 5 years in the making. Holiday wishes to you and your loved ones. Scratches 1, 2, 3 me videos. So this means no actual criticism on the Amico? No criticism, sorry. Winnie Pops. No criticism allowed. It's like NWA, but NCA. No criticism allowed. Anyways, that's all DJC's nonsense. What crap's he put up lately? Top 20 Turbo Graphics 16 games you must have. Who cards? Ooh, who cards? So, yeah, as you can see, once he makes a video that's nothing to do with the Amico, nobody bloody watches. So, when did you last do a, what's it? Yeah, just a few days, well, last week rather. Oh dear. Yeah, I'm boring myself talking about the Amico. Anyways, that's enough of all that. I'm done. I'm like modern vintage gamer. I'm done. Certainly with this video, anyway. Anyways, in the meantime, so please comment below with all your thoughts on whether you'll be commenting. And I did ask one person, I won't name them, to ask on the chat on the Amico Forever thing, to ask DJC why he blocked me and can he unblock me, and he didn't bother replying. So that's the end of that. Anyways, I might actually put this video out now rather than leave it till 9 o'clock in the morning. Just I don't know. I might do it just see what the hits are like, but I might not do it all the time because sometimes it's easier just to try and keep a track of comments and whatnot during the day. But then again, if I put it out now, let's see, as I finish recording this, it's just after midnight, so if I get it online as soon as possible, there'll be a lot of people in the US who can still make use of it before they go to beddy buys, and then in a few hours time people in the UK will catch it as well. So I might put it online and see how it goes hits wise. But anyway, wherever you are, whether you had a great Christmas and Hanukkah and all the other things, please like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe if you haven't already, click on the bell for all the notifications. Q Genesis.